So the No Jumper crew say their piece on the Faux Extra situation. Everybody know Faux Extra blew up his hand on the 4th of July with an explosive. I say explosive because that was not a firework. That was an explosive. You know what I'm saying? But you got Bucci Bear. You know what I'm talking about? You got Lushable and none other than Turducken Booty Hairhead Man Unit himself, Kiwi Head. And they speaking on the situation. And they also got like, I don't know, it look like J-Cat Slim Shady or something sitting next to Brandon. I don't know who bro is, but yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They be hiring everybody up there nowadays. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman IB for the E. Man, golly. I don't know y'all. Remember that. And we back with another video. New video. Shout out to all my good people, man. Shout out to all my good people. Appreciate y'all rocking with the content and all that. We have No Jumper here, man. They speaking on the Faux Extra situation. Again, prayers to that man because that's weak and karma's real. So everybody know, you know what I'm saying? I want to keep all my appendages, extremities. You know what I mean? But we go get into they comments about it, see what's going on and how everybody feel about it. I'm curious to see what Bucci got to say. I ain't gonna lie. You know, Bucci be all Bucci Bear with it. So I'm curious to see. If this is your first time to the channel, shame on you. Like and describe off the back. Off the back, like and describe. You know what I'm talking about? But let's get into this.
I have joined the news because, let's be real, something happened over the weekend that was worse than 10 9/11s.
Damn.
It was worse than 100 bombings of the Israeli nuclear sites. No, sorry, Iranian. Okay. 4 Extra blew his hand off. And obviously,
I feel like already he playing on the situation. Like, this man don't got no hand. You're like, oh, this is the most craziest thing that happened since World War II. Come on, gang. But let's continue.
This was an extremely viral thing to have taken place. In particular, I think because of the fact that he has essentially built his entire name off of, you know, threatening violence, saying that he wanted to pack people out, claiming that he won 10 fights in a row in jail, well, he never claimed that he put a carrot in his butt, but we all kind of, or in someone else's butt, we all kind of know that he probably did.
Yo, listen to the intro. And coming to the ring in this. That's crazy. I'm about to run that back. We ain't even got started yet, y'all. We ain't even got started yet. But I have to run that back. Listen to this sick-ass intro. Listen to this sick-ass intro. Threatening violence. Oh, at 6'1". We got 6'1", 250 pounds. He threatens violence. He's from 40s. Off the back. He probably does a lot of crimes. He's on paperwork. Like, bro, what? What? That's crazy, B.
I think because of the fact that he has essentially built his entire name off of, you know, threatening violence, saying that he wanted to pack people out, claiming that he won 10 fights in a row in jail, well, he never claimed that he put a carrot in his butt, but we all kind of, or in someone else's butt, we all kind of know that he probably did. And it took the internet by storm. And it was even crazier that it was 4th of July weekend. It was, everybody had plenty of time on the internet. Everybody's looking at their phones, hanging out with their families. And all of a sudden we find out that someone who in many people's minds was the most viral No Jumper host of all time, many would say.
Damn, would many say the most viral host of all time? Kiwi Head for real? Shout out Faux Extra off the back. But the most viral No Jumper host of all time, bruh? That's crazy, B. That's crazy.
Was now a man without a hand. And there were a lot of insensitive reactions to it that I'm sure we all saw. It was hard not to acknowledge the hypocrisy of the fact that many of us in this room, particularly this couch, have spent a lot of oxygen making fun of other people who are missing limbs.
It happens.
It's a hip-hop thing. I'm just going to blame it on that. That being said, 4xtra.
It's a hip-hop thing. I'm just going to blame it on that. No, you won't. No, you won't. And shame on you, Lush, for letting that slide. Okay? I don't know no hip-hop bars where niggas are just making fun of, you know what I mean? What are you talking about? Quote something. Blame it on hip-hop. No, you're just a shit person. Let's be honest. You think them stupid jokes are cool about T-Rail's arm, don't you? Even though that man cannot use that arm. He be swinging the arm. You know he can't use that arm. But you make jokes on it. Sit up here and try to, ain't that a, this nigga crazy.
Missing a hand. Apparently still does not have his vision completely back. I do believe a large percentage of it is back. And that he's not going to be living his life as a blind man, which is, to be honest with you, we find out that he blew his hand off. 40 minutes later, they're telling me he's blind. I spent many hours thinking that he was blind and missing a hand before I was finally assured that, to some extent, his vision is coming back.
Well,
so
is the blindness caused by the explosion, or was it like, or is that more like a trauma reaction that the body just?
No,
had?
it was the explosion. From what I heard, he was actually in the car and he was lighting the firework, about to throw it out the window, and his homie was driving, and that's why his homie, I think, may have lost an ear, this part of his face, and an eye. Now, I'm not even 100% sure who the friend is. I don't know if it's somebody that he's ever like brought to the office or somebody that I've ever spent time around.
Prayers to bro who lost half of his face, because that's crazy. And again, all this detail, what he doing, this probably exactly why ain't nobody talking to you. Straight up, Kiwi head. You always do this with people privileged information. Straight up. You just talking about, oh, yeah, he might be blind, all of. That's crazy.
But, and then in addition, 4xtra, I think it being, contained was probably worse for whatever happened to his vision, because of the fact that they were in a car, and I guess the window was probably down, but the roof and everything is going to kind of contain the blow. I don't know. I mean, I'm taken aback. Like last night, because I was in Palm Springs for 4 days away on a little vacation with the family, right? And so I didn't have any weed. I just had a little tiny weed pen. I forgot my spliffs. When I get home last night at like 10, I smoke a spliff. I get really, really, really high. Then I go and I lay in bed, and my high brain was just so overwhelmed by the fact that this is our reality. Like how, like already being such a famous gang member, a famous icon in this space, somebody that the people are so intrigued by, they'll just click on hearing him talk about so many different things. And now to know that a large part of his claim to fame is gone, I mean, I honestly kind of feel like I just lack the words to even describe how crazy and and messed up the situation is,
Have you spoke?
Yo, that was deep, right? That was deep from Kiwi Head. And you know how I feel? And it's just like, call me cynical, right? But the man been running the numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Before jail, post jail. You know what I mean? He's got an ace in the hole with Faux Extra, right? So he's sitting back. He's like, damn, he don't got a hand. His whole thing was fighting. He could be blind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how this works for me and no jumper. That's what he thinking. He like, man, we was just starting to get things kicked up here, And then this happens. He sounds like it happened to him, and it trips me out to hear him so much empathy. He's like, and he's iconic, and we want to hear him talk about so much topics. What topics? We want to hear him talk about besides gangs, and that's no offense to him, but that's why Kiwi Head has him here. Right? I think that's what's going on. We can all see that's what's going on, right? That's what he do. Talking about gang politics. He just like, damn, the whole lore, and this is how Kiwi Head feels, because he's a clown, with all due respect, right? He's a clown for that, because he thinks just because this man lost his hand that like anything changes about like who he is. And it doesn't really. You know what I mean? But it does for him in his head. He's like, I don't look at him the same. That's what Kiwi Head's thinking. I'm just throwing that out there. Little food for thought. You know what I'm talking about? Little food for thought.
To him.
I have not. I sent him a voice note. I've been speaking to Lupe. It's like a group chat with me, Lupe, and Whack and Remo that has been kind of our main way that we've been finding stuff out. I know Remo's hopped on the phone with Lupe a couple times, but I have not actually spoken to him, although I offered to go to the hospital this morning and was told that he's not going to be having guests at this time. And then I did see Kevin Gates there, so that was
shows you where you stand.
That was a little troubling. No, and
that was like a day ago.
That was like yesterday. The same.
Yeah.
I offered to come today, but anyway, like Whack was in the group chat, so Whack was tripping on Lupe, like, "How dare you let Kevin Gates go there and Adam can't go there?" I'm like, "Damn, I wouldn't have even thought to raise a stink about that." But I guess we might as well go around the room. What are your thoughts on 4xtra now being without a hand?
My thoughts are he's the same exact person. Those are my thoughts. My thoughts is also, you whack ass always caping, bro. Like, they don't want the Caucasoid up there. House nigga? Who are you to go into the... What? Yo, Lupe is the buffer. Yeah, we want Kevin Gates up there. We don't want you up there. I heard Kevin Gates and Lamar Jackson was up there. Fire. With the likes of those men, do we think we want you up there? Not you. Just keeping it real. And you tell everything. If the nigga was blind, you about to come right back to No Jumper and be like, he can't see shit. You know what I'm saying? You talk too much. We don't want you here. That's all. That's all. How about you go drop some snaps on that GoFundMe, sitting there talking about going up to the hospital with a check? Is you going up there with a check, Kiwi Head?
Well, obviously there's like this, the elephant in the room is the whole poetic aspect about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the guy that has been, what from people's perspective, kind of bullying people with the threat of his hand. You know what I mean? He's never imposed that threat on me. He's always been super kind to me. You know what I mean? Nice guy, dope person, horrible thing to happen, but just the fact that this is a guy known for his hands, instilling fear, had the whole incident with Unc, you know what I mean?
And when there was a thumbnail that had him standing up next to Unc with a red circle around his hand. Never have I ever felt more like I'm living in a simulation.
Yeah, no, it's like, that was my first takeaway beyond anything else, is like, No Jumper is not real. There's no possible way that Faux Extra lost his hand. There's no way.
This is all real. Just for those of you out here who think this is some kind of simulation. No, this is real. His hand is gone. His hand is gone, and I ain't heard Kiwi Head say shit about dropping snaps on the GoFundMe. I'm just throwing that out there, straight up.
That I do a podcast with Munchie
Where the
every
snaps?
Tuesday and Ralphie the Plug every Friday. There's no way that's actually a thing. You know what I mean? There's no way any of this is real. It's not real. I don't believe it.
I mean, so did it really burn fast, or was he holding in the car trying to throw it at the right spot and just held it too long?
I don't know who, bro. You got relapse Slim Shady over here. I don't know who bro is. Shout out, bro.
They're saying
Or they
that
throw it and it bounced back, or
they're saying it was a dirty batch and they were going a lot quicker than expected.
we have any other situations with dirty batches this week in LA?
So per my understanding, in that like group of friends, there was 3 different incidents where
Where it went off too
Oh,
quickly.
wow.
where it went off too quickly.
Real.
Oh, that's Lush Recovery, homie. That's Lush Recovery, homie, right there. Him and Lush together, they're Breaking Bad. They're Breaking Bad. Who the fuck is homie, bro? Who's homie? Q ain't losing it, man. You just the hell.
Yeah, so that wasn't the even within those guys hanging out.
I am
Because my homie's
hesitant
cousin
to.
was with them all day.
I've seen a lot of people pushing a conspiracy theory that like the Mexicans are trying to take the blacks out by selling them faulty fireworks. I feel like that's far too much of a leap to a conclusion that based without evidence, it just seems like kind of an absurd claim to
No,
make.
but to the masses is crazy. Now, like, oh, I don't like this guy, sell him this box. Maybe, but we're gonna sell all these, and we're only gonna get a couple incidences.
Yeah, and we're gonna take out our rival race by blowing off their appendages.
I've seen a lot of
Seems unlikely.
I've seen a lot of pictures similar to the Faux Extras one, and it's normally a Mexican in the picture. You feel me? Like they get in the most, like, because they're the fireworks plug. You feel
Or a
me?
trailer park white guy.
Or a trailer park white guy, 1,000%.
Sure, one of the two.
Yeah, is not normally like a South Central gang member, but like at the end of the day, I feel like
I want to know what Brandon got to say, gang. Look at Brandon. Look at Brandon on the screen. He'll give us a history lesson on some shit. Like, well, this is the thing, right? The fireworks came from the Caucasoids with the. Watch Brandon. I bet you Brandon on some shit. I bet you he on some shit. Brolic Teddy Graham, he on that. He on that, gang.
people are just being super insensitive about it, and I get it. And I feel like the groups of people that people are going to be the most insensitive towards in situations like this are gang members, rappers, and podcasters. And he happens to check all 3 boxes.
But for the most part, the ones that he really had beef with, like, didn't really say anything crazy, right? Like Jap 5 and a few
Jap
other
5 was
ones.
respectful about it, yeah. But
It's
then
the other
somebody like
people.
X4 couldn't bring himself.
Hey, who's homie? Hey, look, I don't be knowing YouTubers. I don't be knowing YouTubers and shit, so he could be some nigga with like 50 million subs. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments who's homie. Who's the real Slim Shady? Please stand up. I repeat, with the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Y'all let me know what's up in the comments, gang.
Yeah,
Be
no, he did,
chill
for
about
sure.
it. But then, like, you know,
He
Punchy
punched.
B in our group chat kind of made it clear that he wasn't really planning on joking about it or anything like that. But then meanwhile, somebody like T-Rail, who again is missing an appendage of his own, he had a bunch of jokes that he made about it and everything. I mean, and that was part of it too, is like, there's a lot of people who seem like they probably would not have dissed him in a world in which he had his right arm. But now that his fist is gone, people are, you know, seemingly much more open to making jokes about
Look
it,
at
which I've
Bucci.
seen a lot of people saying is very, very cowardly.
Look at Bucci.
No, if you wanted to find him, Vernon to Western to Fig, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you wanted
feel
to
me?
find him.
Who is homie? I'm about to run this back. Who is homie? Is he another traveler? He said Western to Vernon. He just throwing a. Hold up. Who's homie? Somebody let me know who homie is. Listen to this.
People saying is very, very cowardly.
No, if you wanted to find him, Vernon to Western to Fig, right?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, if you wanted to find him.
30s to the hundreds.
Okay. Who is him? Somebody let me know who him is. I need to know.
Right?
You know where he at.
I feel like Brandon's going to have like a.
Break it down, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's going to tell us why.
What's the nuanced take?
There's no nuanced take. Just basically, like between 9 and 12,000 incidents happen with fireworks. Or
Bucci, I didn't know he was going to get straight into it like that. He tried to act bashful and shit. He like, there's no thing, but about 12,000 people. Like, what? I'm about to run that back. Look how he ease into it because he know niggas gonna be like, oh, here he goes. So he try to pump fake you. Hey, look, Hezzy, like you ain't know he. Shout out Bucci. Shout out Bucci, man. Watch how bashful he like. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, but actually, hold up. Yeah. About to run that all the way back. Gang.
30s to the hundreds.
Right?
You know where you at?
I feel like Brandon's gonna have like a.
Break it down, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon's gonna tell us why.
What's the nuanced take?
There's no nuanced take. Just basically, like between 9 and 12,000 incidents happened with fireworks or munitions is what he had, like explosive,
For sure.
going off prematurely on the 4th of July nationally. What's going on there to just like really shed some light on it? Basically, it's the way they're storing it. There are M1000s. They're stored in like cases. Some may have gunpowder actually leaking.
Look at Lush. Lush like, word. Let's go, Bucci. Get them niggas with the lesson, man.
Out of them, and if that gets on like the wick that you light, it causes it to disintegrate instantly versus a slow burn like it's supposed to. You're supposed to light the end, it slowly burns down, and you get about 30 seconds before it goes off.
Yeah, all the videos I watched, it took a while for them to go off.
I went and watched a bunch of videos too. And so, and the way you're supposed to do that is you're supposed to put it on the ground, then light it, then move out of the way. Even the way 4xtra's was handling the explosive, keeping them in his hands. They probably were falling on the ground, picking them back up, all this stuff. It just was a recipe for disaster. Anytime you're trying to throw that stuff, you're not supposed to throw it. Even when you watch them blow up mines and stuff, they are far away already. And then it blows up. So it's just ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like not really understanding what he was dealing with.
But it may have been faulty as well.
No, I'm saying.
Well, yeah, that's why it was faulty, essentially, right?
Look, niggas just wanna like just go against Bucci. I'm gonna just be honest. Shout out Bucci. Bucci know every motherfucking thing. Bucci know every damn thing. Straight up, that nigga gave the whole breakdown. Talk about the damn thing with your packet on the thing, and then just get on the thing that's instant. It's usually 30 seconds. So you supposed to back up the mines. Boom. Bucci know every damn thing. Shout out Bucci. Golly, y'all. It's a smart nigga.
Yeah, I don't think the M1000 was faulty in itself. I believe that these things are not being stored properly. The people who are selling these things, they're getting them, they're throwing them in their trunk, and then they're just selling them to the community with no safety. But
you gotta respect that too. It's like a gun, bro. Like you can't just think it's a toy. I'm gonna go have fun. Like you gotta have a level of respect for those too.
No, straight. What about right beforehand? Like
That's the
like
craziest
literally
part,
the
bro.
first. It's like a few moments later. The first clip was him being like, "I'm gonna blow him up with this shit." Like, where the ops at? Like,
But what? That's crazy.
And in reality, like we know Faux Extra's about that life. I'm not saying he's.
But he's f***ing around when he says,
100%.
I'm gonna go blow somebody's head off with this or whatever.
Yes.
It's like
about what life?
Well, like
He's a fader, not a shooter. In gangs, there's different.
He did 10 years in prison for shooting up somebody.
Yeah, but he's still a fader, not a shooter. A shooter is not talking about I'm fighting and doing none of that. Most shooters don't even want to catch fades inside jail.
Bucci, shut your ass up. Yo, first off, Bucci, why are we disputing something so ignorant? With Kiwi Head, why are we disputing that? Whether he's a shooter or a fighter, like what the that don't even make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Kiwi Head said, "Yo, the niggas locked up for shooting." You like, yeah, but this is the thing, Bucci. You know every damn thing, Bucci. The hell? Fair to say he both. The fuck? Nigga, he got charged for shooting. He known for fading. Fair to say he both. Bucci want to argue every goddamn thing. Every damn thing.
What I was going to say was the most ignorant part is why are you lighting M1000s in a car? Of every video that I watched, which is over 100 videos just for...
All right, Bucci, okay. I watched over 100 videos. just strictly explosives, and I saw how these. No, I'm just playing, man. Shout out Bucci, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at a nigga who's knowledgeable. You know what I mean? He does the research. You heard that man say he watched 100. Did he say over 100 videos? Hell no. Fuck. I watch 100 videos on nothing. Nothing at all. Not one thing. I can't lie. But that's how they felt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real Slim Shady over there. Y'all please let me know who he is, because you know what I'm saying, he was politicking. He seemed like he knows some shit, right? He know a little bit of something. Y'all let me know who he is. And we all know Bucci, man. Bucci know every damn thing. Like, man, he got an answer for everything. You know what I'm saying? Just on the couch, the little shorts, moisturized up. Well, let me tell you. Man, Bucci is a character, man. Bucci is a character. But yeah, man, that was No Jumpers comments or feelings on the Faux Extra shit. Ultimately, I think that Kiwi Head feels like he lost one. I'm gonna be real. I think that Kiwi Head views Faux Extra different because of these injuries. You know what I'm saying? His whole claim to fame and all the shit was fading, being extra intimidating, because I'm not going to say he was threatening nobody or anything like that, even though we saw different instances where he was. I'm not here to be like, oh, yeah, he's intimidating, striking fear in people's heart. You make a nigga sound like a criminal, gang. Is he your employee or is he a suspect? I'm just saying. Should be weird, man. But anyway, I believe that Kiwi Head don't look at Faux Extra the same. You know what I'm saying? And he thinks he's going to take a hit to the channel because people aren't going to look at him the same. And that's what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about it. Shame on Kiwi Head. You know what I'm saying? Again, I haven't heard anything about snaps on that man's GoFundMe. And it's the thing. He the rich Crip and all that. Nigga off the back. And he get big chains and all the shit. Nigga shouldn't even need no GoFundMe. You feel me? But he do. And Kiwi Head, I ain't heard nothing about you dropping no snaps on him. You talking about you wanted to go up to the hospital. For what? Snaps on the GoFundMe, nigga. Give me mine. Now, for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Again, that's @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything you need, from thumbnails to views, viewer retention, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Contact @DreaTheVirgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. But what I want y'all to do is comment down below and let me know what y'all think of what everybody had to say about Faux Extra's incident. Again, prayers to Faux Extra. Hope he get right. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about Bucci Bear and his explosive breakdown. Yeah, let me know in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.